Hey, I'm an addict who believes in miracles, and I wanted to talk today about my journey with sponsorship over the years that I've been trying to get clean and stay clean. So, I started actually 20 years ago. I was introduced to a fellowship for sobriety, and I came in like most of us do, with a lot of trust issues, um, really against authority, very rebellious, just had a really hard time with myself and my place in the world, the way I viewed myself, all those kinds of things. And my brain had been, high for a really long time. So, all of that drama. I was told to get a sponsor, and I bucked. Like, I did not want to do that part of the program, and I couldn't stay clean. I went to multiple treatment centers expecting them to fix me. And, some places they forced you to ask somebody, and they would say, get somebody that has something that you want. Those were the words I heard. So the first lady I asked to sponsor me was really cute because I want to be cute. The next, and that didn't work out. I didn't stay clean. We really just kind of goofed off. And that was my experience a lot with some sponsorships. The next lady I asked had a lot of money because I wanted money. I thought that money equaled, power and freedom, and it can equal those things, but without the right spirit, it really causes more damage. I also picked women to ask that were really popular because I wanted to be popular, or I wanted a lot of friends, and that didn't work out either because all we did is hang out. We didn't do any work. So then I started picking people with a lot of time. Now, that starts to be kind of closer to the right direction when it comes to picking a sponsor. However, there is some literature on sponsorship, and I would really highly suggest you can search on the internet, the sponsorship IP. It's typically in the Narcotics Anonymous program, and there is some literature in each fellowship, but that IP is really valuable, the way it describes what the relationship is supposed to be like, and the purpose of a sponsor. So, fast forward to my 12th treatment center in the 15th year of trying to get clean and stay clean. And there were times in there where I had, 6 months or a year or 2 years, I think was the most I ever had. And most of that was out of spite because someone told me I couldn't do it. Um, but this time, I really just started getting phone numbers. I started getting phone numbers and started calling women, and I started asking questions like, do you have a sponsor? And we started talking about spiritual principles before ever even asking who's going to be my sponsor. I talked to probably at least 10 different women on a regular basis that had significant clean time to see who had, I don't know how else to say this, but a grip on reality like I wanted. Like a peaceful, can work through the storms, that has a new way to live. And we can't see that just from an hour a day or, meeting somebody the first time. So it really, the process of finding a sponsor, and you can have a temporary sponsor to get started, someone that you think might be a good fit. Ask them to be a temporary sponsor while you continue to grow your network. And then if you find somebody else that feels more right, but you know, you can always switch, which is nice to tell the old one, I think I have found someone else that I would like to work the steps with. Thank you for your time. I'd like to keep you in my network. And then you go to the next lady and you say, you know, will you be my sponsor in this program? Now, I have also had sponsors that were really controlling, and they wanted me to call them with every decision in my life, and that didn't work for me. I am a grown woman and I can make choices and decisions. However, having a relationship with a sponsor where I'm already having a good communication base really opened me up to more of her suggestions and guidance and leadership in a way in my life, without it being like a controlling, you have to check with me before you make a decision. Like, that didn't work for me. So the sponsor that I ended up getting really showed a lot of humility. She has a lot of time in the program. She was close to 40 years when I met her, and she's over that now. I've been clean over 6 at this point, and she had time available. There was also a lot of similarities. Like, we were both mothers, we were both married. You know, she had some successes in her life in that aspect that I desired. You know, I desire to be a good mom and a good wife, and, you know, to grow in this program in that way. But even more importantly than that, she had been through some trials and tribulations and stayed clean. That was the number one goal, is that no matter what happens, I don't want to return back to the life of the streets and of chasing, you know, one more bag or one more shot or one more anything. I don't want to chase one more drink. I don't want to have to do any of that. And no matter what else happens, she can show me an experience of staying clean. And she had, you know, a list of heavy duty stuff that she had gotten through clean, and that was really valuable to me. She has a sponsor, and our goals were building this relationship with respect and boundaries and working the steps. And, you know, my higher power, before I even knew what that was or how that worked, really was a big part of it. It was just kind of a open, you know, request to the universe. Lord, help me. You know, universe, help me. And I really believe that that's how the relationship began. And I hope my experience is helpful. Take your time, but don't take too long. I believe in you. Comment. I would love to be in a conversation about all this. I believe in you.